It's recording. Hello, family. Hello. I'm back. I'm back, guys. After so many weeks, I'm back. Welcome back to What That with Miss Louie. Today is a relationship talk. Thank you for once again tuning in. And if you are new, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification button so that every time I post a video, you are notified. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I love you so much. Don't forget to share. I start my video. I have an announcement to make, but I will make the announcement by the end of the video. So hang in there because I have an announcement to make at the end of this video and you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Yes. No, I am not getting married again, but it's a very, very worth to listen announcement. I love you guys. So today I'll be talking about insecurities in a relationship, and I know it's not going to be much of a talk, it's going to be more of a tips here and there thing. And I've written things down because it's about me. Guys, once I write something down, just know that this is from my personal experience. Because if I talk about things that I've observed or things that I've seen from the next person, I like talk from scratch. But once I write it down, definitely that's my personal experience. So today I'll be talking about insecurities because I've known my partner for we met 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 for 5 years now. So for 5 years I've been suffering from insecurities in this relationship. But personal insecurities, but I don't look good, I'm not good enough, those are lifetime thing. I've always been like that since preschool. I was even insecure with my lunchbox. Uma wami would put all the goodies in my lunchbox, but I'd still feel like they're not goodies. They are not good enough, these goodies. So I've suffered insecurities from a very tender age, and I guess that's because of my experiences growing up. So yeah, that's it. So let's get started. Subscribe. Let's get started. Let me address this first, guys. I am home, so there are going to be chickens behind me and Hanses. Hans. Yeah, and there are going to be Hanses because I am home, and home is like a mini farm. So chickens are going to be competing with me. Please bear with me for that. I wish I had you see what I'm talking about? But it's okay. Okay, let me make this straight, guys. So on this channel, I have 1 week in a month where I do a vlog. So there'll be 3 weeks of relationship talks. In this 3 weeks of the relationship talk, it's either I do TikTok, not TikTok, but TikTok, where I specifically talk to girls, and then there's a week for vlog, which means I will try by all means to release 4 videos in a month. May the Lord help me be consistent. I just pray. And in these 4 videos, one will be a tea talk where I talk to girls, and one will be a vlog. So I don't like making vlogs because my life is boring. Did I just say my life is boring? But yeah, my life is boring. So I don't normally like making vlogs, but since I, decided, but let me just make a vlog once a month. So yes, but today is a relationship talk. I'll be talking, I don't know if this will apply to guys, but I know that insecurities hit everyone. So today I'll be talking about insecurities in a relationship. And guys, please bear with me. I wrote what I'm talking about. Usually I talk from scratch and I just talk my heart and mind. But today I had to write my mind and my soul. Yes, I had to write. So I'll be reading. Yes. So I'll be looking down. You'll be seeing my small one. But let's get started, guys. It's so cold. Yeah. And I just want to like get myself warm before I get cold. Yeah. Insecurities in a relationship, whether we are single or dating. And oh, I forgot to say that. Did you subscribe? I hope you did. Thank you so much. So I'll be using first person in this because this is from my personal experience, guys. That is why whether we are single or dating or in a long-term serious relationship, there are many ways our critical inner voice, we know that everyone has an inner voice, right? I hope we do. So this inner voice like creep into our romantic lives, and relationships in particular can stir past hurt and experience. They can like awaken insecurities that we've long buried and bring up emotions we don't expect. And then many of us, when I say many of us, did I? Yeah. Many of us like harbor unconsciously fears of intimacy. Being close to someone else can shake us up and bring those emotions and critical inner voices more closer to the surface. And then listening to this inner critical voice can do serious damage to our interpersonal relationships, and it can cause us to feel like desperate, jealousy, possessive, or leave us feeling unworthy and rejected. So the common critical inner voices like that we normally have, that I normally have, is that I'll never find a person who will love me the same way my husband does. I was wrong for saying that. Then I find myself apologizing for even expressing my feelings. I've got to keep him interested. I am better off on myself. Sometimes I feel like, but I been right. So sometimes I feel like he's too good for me. Those are some of the voices that keep on ringing in my mind. Which I know it's wrong for me to say research without quoting any statistics for people who love statistics. But research shows that women and minorities in professional settings, that is like at work, at church, or anything, for example, it has made it clear that insecurity is much more of a social issue than an emotional or psychological one. So rather than people like referring to insecurities to be more like psychological or emotional, no, it's more of a social issue. And while women are constitutionally just as confident as men, you know that now there's gender equality, so they're constitutionally confident as men. So the conflicting messages and personal feedbacks has like tied them in a biased way, and in this normal statement they'd be like, you are a lady in public, be a lady, calm and collected, be more assertive and less confrontational, so be authentic and less emotional. This actually puts us as women in circumstances that makes anyone, me or you or anybody else, to second guess themselves. This leads to us speaking less in public. Guys, but if you're with your boyfriend, kufuna ungabi more of yourself, okay? I don't know why I say that, but yeah, kufuna ube collected, you speak less, you're shy, you don't confront him. And then you find that expressing yourself is highly sensitive, so you normally don't express yourself, which is not right. So I might be even talking about this insecurity. Some of us don't even, okay, some know, some don't. But for me, there's this integral dialogue that accompanies our feelings of insecurity. So I found that the critical inner voice, like my inner voice, is formed out of my painful experiences, my early childhood experiences, in which I experienced and witnessed, which was hurtful, and it birthed in me hurtful attitudes. So towards myself, or towards anybody else. I tend to like have those hurtful attitudes. And as I grew up, I consciously adopted and integrated this pattern of destructive thoughts to myself and to other people. I must say this, I'm actually from a very abusive background. I cannot disclose everything, but I'm actually from a very abusive background, and I've witnessed and experienced so much pain and hurt, both emotionally, physically, and verbally. So I guess that's where my insecurity was birthed. So we are from different backgrounds. It might happen that maybe you are from a good home setting, but your past relationship birthed in you insecurities. So how do I see, that I am insecure? So for me, marked red flags to me that I am insecure was jealousy in my relationship. Guys, I must say this. So my relationship with my husband was like that serious relationship from the first, We like just got into a serious relationship. I knew everything was going well, but deep down in me, I felt that something isn't right because I was very jealousy. So I would get jealous of someone who seemed to flirt or to be too close to my husband, which is like justifiable or not, doesn't matter. But for me, I still feel some type of way with a lady too close to my man. And this caused me to feel uncertain about whether my partner loved me or loves the next person. Is he really attracted to me or he's attracted to those females? And uncertainly or certainly, this was understandable because every relationship has got some kind of uncertainty filled in it. So my common reaction would be like to lash out to him or try to control him by, you cannot talk to this one, you can talk to only this one. It's things I still do even now. May the Lord help me. And sometimes I could possibly hurt him in doing and possibly be very defensive or closed off. And this was like going to damage my relationship, So that is how I saw that I am very insecure. In Swati, they have this word called sequele. Guys, sequele has got minimum cartilage. Not minimum cartilage, guys, but there's a certain level for sequele. You are insecure, Dagabao. You're just insecure. So some insecurities may appear differently to people, but that was the red flag for me. And then another thing that was showed me that, but I think I'm very insecure, was the feeling of doubt. Maybe you or some of your friends, you see that they suffer from serious self-doubt. So I would feel self-doubt, and it came up in many ways. I think it was caused by knowing that I'm not good enough. That self-doubt actually sprouts or stems from not knowing that you are good enough. Because to me, I always felt like I'm not good enough. He's good enough for me. He's too good for me. I'm not good enough. That's how I usually felt. So I ended up not knowing I was strong enough, worth enough, good looking enough, likable enough, and admired, loved, completely, because I doubted myself all the way. I still do even now. May the Lord help me. So my common reaction would be okay, there are a lot of common reactions that I would burst out in that, but the most implayable thing was to hide things, hide feelings, criticizing myself frequently, and projecting doubts to others and more. So how would I hide my feelings? I would shy away from engaging into certain conversations. Maybe he stepped on my toe, I wouldn't say it, because at the end of the day, I would criticize myself for making him angry. I would apologize for being the way I am. I would I would feel some type of way, guys. And there was also like a flag for me, but it seems like you are insecure, girl. So dealing with insecurities in a relationship is not a one-day tournament. It's not something that you can read, because first of all, you have to know what insecurities are. Insecurities are confused more with squarely, like I said, with jealousy. There are jealous people and there are insecure people, and I am both. Crazy? Yeah, I am both. So you have to know that I am insecure or am I jealous. So the only way to know about which side are you in is to learn about things. Don't just jump into a person or jump into your partner and be like, you're very insecure. No, unless I see myself that I am really insecure. You don't have to tell me that I'm insecure. I know I am insecure, but I don't want someone to tell me. You don't tell me that. Yes. I've once said this in one of my videos, that the key to a healthy attachment is like being comfortable where you are. So I'll just give you those 4 S's to a healthy feeling. Being seen, soothe, and secure. There are 3 S's there. So when I say feeling seen, whether I feel ashamed or confident or practically admired, I may most likely not feel seen by my partner if he doesn't recognize me. This will start to make me feel insecure of my actual abilities. Guys, let me make an example. There are people who knows how to draw this thing. What is this thing? This eyebrows, right? There are ladies who know how to draw this. If I draw my eyebrows on flick so perfectly and my partner like pretends to not see them, I start to doubt my actual abilities. Bro, I can actually draw eyebrows on flick. Make me feel that you can actually see that I can draw eyebrows on flick. Like, recognize me. That's what I'm trying to say. Recognize me. Yes, recognize me. So a healthy relationship is one that gives me a maintained and realistic feel that you are really treating me with acceptance and compassionate. So the best way a partner can do to support his or her partner is to let that person find that they are unique in a different way. Does it make sense? Unique in a different way? Excuse me, I don't know, but let your person feel that she is different or unique on her own, in her own special way. So allow me to come alive, because like the world needs people who have come alive. Even ask, but why am I even talking out about insecurities? That's just because there are many things that shape our critical inner voice, from negative attitudes to direct attitudes or positive attitudes that we direct to people or people that direct to us. They put us in a certain corner of our lives where we are able to figure out who we really are and accept ourselves the way we are. So as we get older, we internalize points in our own personal views, and the most common critical inner voice that we may have or experience all the time is that I am unattractive, I am not good enough, I am not worth this relationship. What's the point of even trying? Those are the voices that usually anchor in our ears, and it's very difficult living all your life with that song playing in your head. So because Gabatuna, like I said, that there are a lot of things that you can try to deal with insecurities. This include like finding joy, deliciousness, and gratitude in every situation. So in the middle of feeling insecure, see if you can find a little thing that you can be grateful. That's the word find a little thing that you can be grateful for in that space that you are in. You know, me, I love chaos, guys. I'm a chaotic girl. I'm not chaotic, but like sometimes I enjoy chaos, like when we are fighting, not fighting, but like when we are exchanging words, verbal fight. Like there be points where my husband stops and stares at me and be like, you know I love you so much. And then that's the delicious part in that chaos, guys. Like, boy, you know I'm so crazy. But you still have that energy to tell me that I love you. Or sometimes it look in my eyes and be like, you are crazy. I know that you are crazy and I love you like that. That's so delicious, guys. That's so delicious. So I'm trying to say, instead of looking at the bad side all the time and the chaos, try to find the deliciousness, gratitude in but gratitude and joy. Like I love how his eyes narrow when he's angry. So that's like joy for me. Like his eyes are doing that. And even his pupil, like the pupil even dilates and like shrinks. It's just so nice watching him angry. He sweats, you know. So I'm joking. I should have said that, guys. But yeah, it's like it's nice for me. The second thing you can do, guys, because here we are trying to like find the better side of it, because every relationship has got insecurities one point at another. Any of us in a relationship, it can be me, it can be the guy, like yes. So the other thing that I do is like I show myself love. I think that was the first thing. Okay, guys, I am talking about this. Let me say this before I forget. I am talking about this because I like suffered insecurity for the longest time since I was a kid. Then I figured out that these are one of those things that the society don't talk about. Okay, I am very appreciative that they now talk about depression and anxiety. But you know now, I would say back then these were things that were not even talked about. So insecurities is usually one of those things that is very damaging to relationships, but we don't even talk about. It is one thing that steals away our joy in relationships. Do you know that there are contempt relationships where you are being loved, cared, like everything is there for you, but you just feel like it's not even worth the try. It's not even worth it. And you doubt yourself all the way. It affects both me and the partner. Yeah, it affects both people in the relationship, because you find that the other one is really trying, but the other one like criticizes everything because they're insecure. So I knew that since I'm one closed off person, I'm very closed off and I cannot talk to someone, so therapy wouldn't work for me. Then I've tried to find things that can just work for me behind my closed door in my bedroom. So the first things that I did to fight my insecurities was to like show myself love. Because like I said that I'm from a very abusive background back home. So love was very limited. I think I only got love from my mom. So it was very difficult to embrace, you know, finding someone who says he loves me. To make matters worse, he was a he. Guys, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So being in a relationship with him was like too big for me to handle and very unbelievable. So I like showed myself love because I had to. So I nurtured my body by getting enough rest. Sleep. Don't overthink. Just sleep. Like, you know, now what I do when because even now there are some traits of insecurities in me. What I normally do is like unplug my phone, switch it off, and do like a social media detox. And I don't know why I say I'm doing a social media detox, because guys, I only have WhatsApp. But yeah, WhatsApp is a social media platform. So I only have WhatsApp, but I sometimes want to take time out on my WhatsApp. So I constantly like treat myself. I treat myself with good food, even if it's Hungry Lion. It's worth the try, guys. It's worth it. I practice compassionate. I talk nicely to myself, and like the I once read from a book that there are 500,000 thoughts in my head per day, and on my scale of weighing things, 30,000 words in my mind were like negative thoughts. So that 470 words was from people. So I decided, but let me start to like do the positive talk to myself, because a positive talk, you guys, is very much important. That thing, it boosts my confidence, it likes uplifts my mood, and it is a key component to keeping myself healthy. Rather than negative talks, but they make big problems out of small problems. Like even if something is too small, it makes it look big, it sours my mood. Negative talk is just like, it leads to anger, frustration, and it makes my life so difficult. Then I started to like do positive talks. Girl, you got this. Girl, you beautiful. Girl, you like, and then I would keep compliments. So I got married to someone who doesn't compliment. I'm sorry, baby, but you don't compliment me. So you can look all out good. You can go with him for lunch dressed in a black number, like looking all good and sassy, but he won't just say a word. You just get in the car, go there, eat and do everything. Then maybe at night he'd like rub your shoulder and be like, my baby, today you were fire. So it hurts me sometimes, because sometimes I look good for him and he doesn't compliment. But I've learned to compliment myself, because the only validation I need is from me. So I started to like compliment myself, because waiting for someone's compliment may cost me my happiness. I'll be all shriveled up in public because my husband didn't say that I look good. But if I know that I look good, I can wake up with my head up and my chest. And my chest where? Yeah, but I woke up with my head high and my chest out and my chin. Guys, you know what I'm trying to say, man. I woke with my head held high and my chest out with my chin up. Yes, that's what I wanted. Pella, we are trying here. English is not my mother language, so duh. So that's it, guys. And then like practice countering your negative thought. That's what I was saying, that forgive yourself and understand that these are just isolated instances that don't define you or him. Let me make an example about let me just say you find out that your partner is flirting. I hate flirting. Guys, please don't flirt. Flirting is the first step of cheating. Please. Once you flirt, you already cheated. So I had to whisper that because it's highly sensitive. So I was saying that, let's just say you find out that your partner is flirting. It doesn't define him. Yeah, it does. But logically, it doesn't define him. I have to smile when I say this, because my mind is saying no, it does define him. Even when my heart is saying it doesn't, my mind say it's defining him. So logically, guys, because we are talking logically, it doesn't define someone, because you might find that he was in a certain situation. Did I say certain situation? Maybe he was in a certain situation, or maybe he was like seduced and then he fell for it. It doesn't define him. I'm trying to say that isolated instances do not define a person. So learn to forgive yourself. The fact that you're trying to voice out yourself and he was like hurt or freaked out, forgive yourself for that. because it doesn't define who you are. You are not a bad talker. Maybe you didn't put it in the right words, or maybe you brought it in a wrong time, then he like acted up. It doesn't necessarily define you as a bad talker, you know. And then write down negative. So guys, I write a lot, and I very much write. So write down your thoughts so that every time you have like a step back, like doing it again, you like simply observe and read it again. So let me say this, guys, I'm disclosing everything today. I was one manipulative person. So, and then one time I was reading my book, because I read a lot of books. One time I read about a manipulator, and all the characteristics that were there were just what I was. And then I started to like write down on the things that I don't need to do, and the things that I need to do to try and minimize the instances where I find my, yeah, and try to minimize to make myself a manipulator. So what I did was like I wrote down things so that anytime I do the thing that I didn't want to do, I like go back, read it and observe, because for me reading is like the best observation, you know. Then I considered that I've learned, and then I refocused, because that's what you have to do. So let's just say you mistakenly get jealousy because of your insecurities on a certain girl. Maybe it's a colleague, your partner works with that person, and then you feel some type of insecure of that relationship that they have, and then you confront that lady or that guy, but why are you so close to my partner? And then you find that you are wrong. They actually don't have any relationship affair or anything. They are just keeping things professional. Maybe he called the previous night because he just wanted to find out something. So don't be like, it means I'm a bad person. No, you're not a bad person. Just forgive yourself. Consider that you've learned. Next time you will ask politely. You won't just wake up, go there, confront people anyhow in public. You've learned. That's what we are. So how this has taught you will like create a better outcome in the future, because in the future you won't repeat the same mistake. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So guys, the bottom line of this is that everyone deals with insecurities, and sometimes they're left unchecked, and it can have a big impact on our day-to-day lives. And building a self-esteem isn't easy, guys. Like I said earlier on, but fighting insecurities in a relationship is not a one-day tournament. It can take for life, can take your lifetime to try and fight that thing, but the end results are worth it. That is why I'm saying don't hesitate. Find help if you feel like you need an extra help. Guys, finding help doesn't necessarily mean see a therapist. Buy books, download audiobooks, listen to audiobooks, read books. It doesn't necessarily, for me, guys, seeing a therapist works and sometimes not works, because sometimes I don't disclose everything. And duh, I'm talking to a shrink. You're definitely gonna try to like you understand everything. So I hate people who try and shoe themselves into my situation. So seeing a therapist is like that for me. I feel like he or she is trying to shoe herself into my shoes, and definitely will pretend to be understanding, because you are a shrink and it's your job to do that. But reading books is far better. So find help, you know, listen to motivational speakers, read books, see a therapist if it works for you. So that's it. This is the end of the content. Like I promised, guys, but I have an announcement to make. Since I think many of you know that we have a civil unrest. Is it a civil unrest or what? Whatever that is happening in my country right now. So last week I was having my exams, and last week was like horrible week. I was having my exams online, and they like shut down the internet. So I made a vlog about everything that has been happening. and me being here and everything being cooking and boiling and burning. So I am going to release this vlog next week because I am not sure if I should release it unfiltered or filtered. I don't want to put myself in a position where I am arrested, guys. I don't like policemen. Prison is a horrible place. I don't want to be there. So I am just thinking, and I will look at the situation if I should like publish, release the video. Man, why do I have to stress myself? I will, guys, for my own sake, if I have to release this video, because I don't want to end up in jail. But it's so juicy and saucy. So next time, same place, meet me here with my vlog. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching up till this far. I love you so much, guys. Stay safe. COVID is still there. Drink water, stay hydrated, and don't forget to bath. I love you all. I love you. Subscribe if you forgot. Subscribe. Bye.